Hey, Gomagoma Lavinda lovers, welcome to my very first podcast. I don't know how I feel. I am so excited for this very first podcast. For those that are new, I am Angel Munyai, Gomagoma Lavinda, and I'm a content creator. And now I love crocheting. I have a small business where I crochet bags, hats. I think this winter I want to do, what is this thing? I want to do hats. So, yeah. I'm sorry, man. I just have to keep on checking if it's recording or what's going on because you're there, you girl. It's the first time, and okay. Anyway, but yeah, I go by Hilda underscore Angel on all my social media platforms. So this is very first episode, and welcome to my very first episode. And the name of my podcast is Fill Up My Cup with Angel Munyai Kombakomba Lavenda, whereby I'm just gonna be sharing more about how I fill up my cup, and when I am low, I'll also come here and show up and show you that this is how low I am. So I've been doing a lot of sit downs on mental health, and I was like, girl, let's take this to a podcast. So for those that are just listening, you can also come to my YouTube channel. I am Angel Munyai on YouTube channel. So and just come and support your girl. So every Friday I'll try all my best to actually take out a podcast, and on Sundays we're just gonna do vlogs. Alrighty. So this is the first week of March, and last month it was a month of love, right? And I just wanted to speak more about self-love, and I was supposed to take the video last month, but I was just not feeling at my best, and I was like, okay, in March let's do this thing, let's show up. Showing up, it does not mean that I have to show up when I'm always all right. So I was like, let's talk about self-care. What is self-care, right? And I asked a few of my friends what is actually self-care, because I have noticed that I haven't been taking good care of myself. I haven't been taking good care of my health, my physical body, like just everything. That includes also my spiritual life. I haven't been taking good care of that. And I was listening to a live video whereby one of my friends did it. I call her my friend now. Girl, you're my friend, even though you know that we're not friends, but even though you don't consider me as your friend, but I am your friend. So it was Queen and Tracy, and they were speaking more about self-love. And when they were speaking, I just felt like this is where I need to start. I need to start my very first episode talking about self-love, because it's something that I have been so ignoring for the most of the times. I've been ignoring myself, and just because I started being a parent at a younger age, right? And also I had to let my mom go first so that I can be able to speak so freely. You know that. So I have been a mother for a longest time. I became a mother at a younger age. So my mom and dad used to stay this side, and I had to stay with my sibling. I started with my younger brother first. I think my younger brother was in grade R, yeah, by then, and I think I was doing grade 3, if I'm not mistaken. And I really had to take care of him, take care of myself, and take care of the whole household, right? We had nobody. My grandmother wasn't like as wasn't there, if you know what I mean. Wasn't there. But that is a story that I am willing to unpack as I speak on the podcast, and just speak about all the traumas and everything. But at the moment we speaking about self-care. So I have been feeling a sense of being a mother at from that younger age until now. Even now, when my siblings, they can be able to do stuff for themselves, I still feel like I still have to mother them. And it's a really a problem, because now I put my siblings and my family first. And sometimes it gets to a point whereby, even when I am in a relationship, even when I am in like some friendships, I also want to mother my friends. I also want to mother my cousins, right? And that stops me from taking good care of myself. So I had to sit down with myself and say, you know what, Angel, you need to take good care of yourself. And it's something that I have been learning ever since I started like my YouTube channel. I think like two years ago, actually. That's when I started to actually sit down and talk more about mental health, because I was listening to Google Letu a lot, and Mpumile Dwaba and Jay Shetty, and they were speaking more about mental health. And I was like, this is a concept that is a foreigner to me, but I want to adopt it it and I started adopting from it, and just started taking good care of myself. But at the moment of that, also, I was still struggling to put boundaries and just put myself first. And this year, I was like, you know what, it is my year to rest, and I'm just gonna learn to take good care of myself, take care of my spiritual health, take care of my mental health, take care of my just physical body, and just let go of some other stuff that I really feel like they're not doing anything for me. So I think at this moment, how I can define self care at this point is just to be more graceful with myself, and just trust the process, and say that, you know what, whatever that has happened, it was out of my control. Now I can be able to actually control, not like to control per se, but I can be able to build something that I can say I am proud of, right? Whatever, excuse me, whatever that has happened before and stuff like that, it was out of my way. I couldn't take care of myself then, but now what can I do now? And also, taking good care of myself, it doesn't have to also include money, right? No, because that's a mindset that I've always been having. I'm like, taking good care of myself, maybe I need to go to movies, I need to, you understand. And most of taking good care of my health, it was surrounded on money, and I'm just like, girl, and you need to come back. So now the stuff that I want to start practicing as self-care is being consistent in taking walks. I want to wake up in the morning and go take a walk. That is part of my self care. I want to wake up in the morning, go and take a walk, and listen to a healthy podcast. Listen to a podcast. I've noticed that the more I listen to podcasts, the more I am really like learning more about the world out there, and just to be more open minded and be like, hey, I'm not the only one who's facing these things. A lot of people are facing whatever that I'm facing. The other people are just choosing not to be vocal about it, but I am choosing to be more vocal about it. And I am also choosing to like to just um have less time on social media, right? And when I go to social media, I just want to go on social media looking for inspos on how I want to create my content and stuff like that. And I don't want to spend more time on social media, which I have been doing very, very well. I've been waking up and making sure that I start looking at my phone around like 7. So at 7, that's when I start scrolling on my is it the like YouTube or stuff like that. And also, what I have let go now is my YouTube studio on my phone, because I will literally wake up every day and look at it and look at my watch hours, and they were just not doing good. And I was like, that's not looking after myself. I am not doing that. I'm not looking after myself. So because that's not producing anything to me, so I just need to let go of that. So at the moment, I just want to be so polite with myself, if you know what I mean. So I've been reading the book, and I am not even done with it, but I want to push myself to finish it, because the goal is to read 4 books by the end of April. And also, taking good care of myself is just to be open, right? To be open about my feelings and how I feel. So today I had to text like a friend of mine. I'm like, hey friend, I know that I borrowed you my book, so after the series of this book, can I please not borrow you my books anymore, because I don't feel good about borrowing people my books anymore. I also texted my baby sister. I'm like, hey, I need my book back because you're also not reading it. So taking good care of myself is just me being honest with my feelings and being honest and speak. So I have noticed that I don't feel good by borrowing people books. So I'm gonna stop that. I'm not gonna be borrowing anyone books. That includes my family and anyone that I know. If you want to read a book, if I am having a money at that point, I'll just buy the book for you. So yeah, that's how I feel at the moment. And also, because I've borrowed a lot of my books, and people, when they bring them back, they are not in good condition. So now, because that does not feel good with me, and I fall so hurt when I don't see my books. Like at the moment, I have 5 books that are not in my shelf, and I'm just like, that's not a good feeling. I'm not feeling good about that. So that's me analyzing my thoughts and say, okay, you need to be vocal about it. So I don't want to be going more and more and more about my thoughts and stuff, but even though I won't. So I'm gonna read some responses. All right. I hope this thing is also gonna be it's also gonna be recording when I am speaking about my thoughts. I hope so. I hope so. minimized, not close. So the first respond, it was my so I want to say the people, right, just for the sake of security, even though I know that they were not gonna mind even if I said their names, but I'm just, well, just being security girl all the time. So yeah, um the first response was, my definition of self love starts with truly believing that I am first loved by the Father and reflecting that some love back to myself. For me, it's deeply rooted in self acceptance and recognizing my true worth. My value no longer comes from others, but is grounded in my identity as a child of God. Like, listen to that. Like, I love, 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 love how she responded, and I feel like this is something that I also struggled from, to find my identity in God, and just be at peace with my identity and be at peace with the journey that I am in. I spent a lot of times wanting validation, especially from the partner that I was dating, and I just don't want that toxic trait to actually fall into my old relationships that I have. It's something that I'm still battling with, and I am happy that I'm vocal about it, and I'm also working on it. And she continued, she says, this season I'm embracing a new form of self-love, understanding that everything is happening for me, not just to me. Often we've thrown off by things not going as planned, or when life takes unexpected turns. But the moment we realize that it's all part of God's greater plan, we let go of the pressure and start living freely. That shift is perspective has changed my life. I'm more joyful, more forgiving of my flaws and mistakes, and my relationship with God is more intimate. And in return, I love myself more deeply. Oh my God, thank you so much for that response. And I think I'm also learning more about this response, just to say, let go, and have grace. Be like, just know that whatever that is happening now, you are supposed to be there. So be patient with yourself, lovers. Be patient with yourself. And also, this is something that you really need to always remind yourself, right? Because sometimes when you're facing something, you're really not thinking about it. But when you listen to people's stories, listen to gospel music over and over again, and just the music maybe that makes you feel well, and do stuff that makes you feel good, you really get to be reminded. So yeah. The second response was this is like, when she responded first, it was like, she was like, this is a difficult question for herself. Also for myself, it was really difficult, and and I was like, girl, dive deep into your thoughts. We want those thoughts. We really want those thoughts. So she was like, my definition of self-love is, I see as accepting and loving yourself for who you are, your strength and your weaknesses, seeing yourself as enough. Come on, you are enough. You need to give that to your thick skull. You are enough, darling. You are enough. And then it's a really thoughtful topic, though, because we have made it more external, skincare, spa dates and all, but it's so much more. And I really agree with her that it's so much more. And then she went on and said, for me, self love is, no, no, this is, yeah. As she said, self love is self awareness and being able to show up as your best self no matter what. Getting to know yourself, spending time with yourself, and doing the things that bring you great joy. Um, I love the self awareness part, and also doing stuff that brings you joy. The thing is, sometimes you really can't really find what makes you happy and what brings you joy, and it's something that I have, like, I've been in those situations so many times. And I want to tell you that for you to actually discover yourself more again, fix your eyes to God, and also have people, have a community. Because when you have a community, is the one that will always lift you up whenever you are not feeling okay. And also speak up, learn to speak up, learn to trust a person that you're going to be able to speak with. One thing that I've struggled with, it was because I didn't have anybody that I was trusting in that season, including my family members, like anybody. I thought like nobody was going to be able to understand me, and that was the source of me not taking good care of myself, because I'm always thinking that people, they won't understand where I'm coming from, they won't understand what is on my thoughts, even maybe God won't even understand where I am. And that's you actually suppressing yourself, and not giving yourself grace, and just saying negative stuff to yourself, not even knowing. So speaking up is also part of self-care. Come on. I didn't know that, but yes, I said it out loud. um so the fourth responder, this is gonna be the last one, was mm, I'm so sorry, maybe I'm speaking a lot, that's why I keep on, but if that disturbs you, I'm so sorry. So she said self love is the appreciation, care, and acceptance of oneself. It means recognizing your worth, treating yourself with kindness, and prioritizing your well being, physically, emotionally, and mentally. Self love involves setting healthy boundaries, practicing self compassion, and making choices that align with your happiness and growth. It's not about being perfect, but about embracing yourself, flaws and all. Oh my God. Did you just hear that? Oh my God, that was very insightful. Thank you so much. And I'm also shocked with how she responded. I know her. I'm just gonna say this was my sister-in-law. I'm also shocked on how she has responded. She is growing. She is growing, and I am loving this for her. Her. I'm loving this for her. And all I want to say is most of you need to know yourself. So the question for me, it was, what is your definition of self-love? Because it's very different from other people. What is your definition of self-love, and what are you practicing in this season as part of self-love? I've already shared with you, and I think also I want to start rewarding myself. I've started this thing of is it romanticizing? So romanticizing my Sundays after serving. I just want to go out. It's either like for a coffee or a brunch, anything, just to say thank you, Angel, thank you for being able to wake up and show up for yourself on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even today. So now we're about to go to a new week. What do we do? Let's have a plan. Let's have a plan on what we're gonna do, all right? And it's been really, really going well. Sorry, it's been really, really going well, and I am so impressed, and I am so happy with it. So I hope that you liked my first episode. I know maybe it was short, but hey, I was just introducing myself, darling. So I hope that you loved my very first episode, and please go down below and tell me what is your definition of self-love, and what are you planning to start doing as part of your self-love. And do not be hard on yourself. That 1% today, darling, it's enough. We are doing so much great, we're doing well. Listen. And if today you didn't feel like doing it, and tomorrow you feel like not doing it, oh, I'm so sorry, tomorrow you feel like not doing it, and then some other time you wake up after 3 days or 5 days, pick yourself up, darling. Do it. Gotta do it. You still got it. We're still in March. Come on. It's never too late to do anything that you want to do. It's never too late to go through your thoughts. And it's one thing that I was being scared of, which I'm gonna speak about going through your thoughts and stuff. So thank you so much for getting this far. Just hit the like button. I've noticed that on Spotify you can be able to also leave some comments. Please do leave some comments for your love, for your angels, some hearts, if you don't know what to say, some hearts, some white hearts, just to say, Angel, we see you. You have started. We see you. So thank you so much. Keep smiling, show some gratitude, and always be yourself.